What is up, my crazy simps? We are on the All the Mods 9 mod pack. And if you played an All the Mods mod pack before, you know that getting started is extremely quick. Now, full disclosure, I have been playing a little bit before, and I already have a base set up. I already have a base set up, just took those trees back there and some stone, made ourselves a nice little mining shaft. Didn't do too much, and I have been just playing just a little bit, getting started, so I can get right into the mod pack for you guys. So I already have a little bit of armor that I've just collected from looting and killing mobs and stuff. But I think we're going to go back to our roots and become wizards with Ars Nouveau. Now, if you've played Ars Nouveau before, you know that you need this worn notebook. This worn notebook is the manual for this entire mod pack. And the first thing we need to do is make ourselves a novice spellbook. That way we can start casting our own spells. We just need a book and some iron tools, so let's get to it. All right, so let's get our book and some iron tools, just like so. Get ourselves a novice spellbook. Whee! And it already comes pre-equipped with a couple spells like break and harm. Make ourselves a nice little break spell, and we can just break stuff with it, like bloop. Nice. Now the next thing we need to make is a scribe's table, which isn't very hard. We just need some archwood, some gold nuggets, and some other archwood. And I have the terrible misfortune of not really having any archwood trees around me, except for that one tree right there. So let's go over there and chop it down real fast and take it. And in this mod pack, we have FTB Ultimine back. Oh, I love that. I missed that. If you guys watched my E9E playthrough, I didn't have that, and it was honestly quite frustrating, to say the least. Plant a tree back, just so we can have a nice supply of those if we ever need it again. And so get some archwood slabs. 3 on top, and get some logs on the bottom. We have ourselves a scribe's table. The scribe's table is super easy to use. All you gotta do is you gotta right-click it with your book, and it gives you a list of all these glyphs that you can make. And if you see a glyph that you want, you just hover over it, and it'll tell you exactly what you need. And one glyph that I want is the leap glyph. So in order to get that, I need air essence and bat wings, which we are nowhere near that. So let's just look up how to get some air essence. Looks like we need an imbuement chamber, and we need bat wings, or wilden wings, wilden wings, feathers, and an arrow of some sort, and some source gems, and 2,000 source. Let's look up how to get the imbuement chamber. Not very hard, just need some archwood and some gold ingots, which we have already. Be careful using your spellbook around anything. And go get ourselves an imbuement chamber. Let's just place you, right here. Now, the imbuement chamber is a really cool block, and if you give it an item, it'll turn it into a different item. So if you give it this lapis, it'll turn it into a source gem. Requires a good bit of source, though, so you just gotta wait here. And there are ways to make it go by faster later on, which hopefully we'll be able to get into. And there we go, a source gem. Look at that. And source gems are one of the main items in this game, being used for multiple crafting recipes throughout the entire mod. So let's tuck that off into the corner right there. Now, if we take a look back at our leap spell, we're going to need air essence and 3 wilden wings. And to get the air essence, again, we're going to need a feather, an arrow, and another wilden wing. So we need 4 wilden wings total. And I know we have an arrow, and we don't have any feathers, so let's go find some feathers to craft. Let's go find a chicken and kill it. Murder it. If I remember correctly, I saw some chickens on the other side of this river over here, so let's take a little... Target spotted. All right, now that our genocide is over, let's go see if we can find some wilden stalkers so that we can get a wilden wing. Oh, nice. Our friend Wazaf has us. Let's go over to his place. Whoa! Thank you, kind sir. Nice. Taking advantage of our friends. All right, so we got everything that we need. We got the 3 wilden wings. We got another wilden wing, an arrow, and a feather to make the air essence. Now we just got to figure out how to use this imbuement chamber to do that. First things first, we're going to need what's called a pedestal. And in order to surround the imbuement chamber with the items that we have, we're going to need to make what's called an arcane pedestal. And it's very easy to make. You just need some source gems, 4 source stone, and some gold nuggets. And to get source stone, you just combine some stone materials around a source gem, and it gives you source stone. Oh, happy Halloween, everybody. All right, now we just put a source gem in there, surround it with some stone, and we get 8 source stone. Get some gold nuggets, and that gives us 1 arcane pedestal. We need 3 of these, and I'd like to turn that into an arcane platform, just because they're nice and small, and they stay out of the way. And you can put them on walls. Look at that. Fun. Now, when you're placing down these pedestals, you want to make sure that they are within 1 block. of the imbuement chamber. All right, guys, now that we have our platform set up, we just got to get our items, put them just like that, and get a source gem and put it right in the center there. Now, this is going to take 2,000 source, and the imbuement chamber can collect source naturally from the air, but there is a much faster way of getting source with source jars and other items, and they are called source links. But while we wait for this air essence to craft, let's see if we can make ourselves one of these source links. I'm thinking about making this agronomic source link. We need 2 source gems, a wheat, and 2 gold ingots, which we don't have any source gems. So let's go down into our mines. Now you can find source gems naturally spawning underground, but I think they only spawn in these archwood forests that we have over here. This like enchanted forest kind of from Ars Nouveau. So I'm going to go over there. I'm going to look around for some source gems real fast, and I'll bring you guys along with me. I have done a lot of exploring underground, and I haven't found any source gems underneath here, so I think they only spawn underground in archwood forests. So let's go do that. There once was a ship that took to sea, and the name of the ship was a billy of tea. The winds blew hard, her bow dipped down, blow me, bully boys, blow. Ooh, some archwood, or some sourceberries. These are super useful for setting up automation. I highly recommend getting as many of these sourceberries as you can, making a nice farm out of them. Ow. And let's see if we can find a cave around here. Oh, look at that. A waystone. I like that. I love waystones. Magic forest. Cool. A cave. Nice. Let's take our little dip down in here. Another thing about these archwood forests is that gold spawns in very high amounts down here and can be found almost on surface level. Ah, skeleton! Ah, skeleton! Die. Fall. So I was doing some research, and I don't think source gems spawn in the world anymore. They must have removed that in 1.20. So the only way to make them is with lapis and amethyst in imbuement chambers. So let's just go on back home. Going back home, I found this waystones. That's good. Whoa. And our air essence is done anyways. So let's put our items away. And let's go over to our scribe's table right here. Let's just find the leap spell, click on it, do select, and it'll hover over. It'll tell you what items you need. Just throw them on in. And then it'll get to work. And look at that, we got ourselves a leap spell. Let's take it, you right click it, and we unlocked a leap spell. So let's go over to our second spell slot, do self, leap, name it something cool like Winds of Destiny, create, and now you can, boop, launch yourself around. Takes a ton of mana right now though. And a good way to increase your mana is to unlock as many glyphs as possible, because unlocking glyphs increases your mana by a little bit. And there's also ways to like make armor and stuff, and that's what we're going to be going to that as well. But first, let's spend some time to make a couple. Let's get rid of these. Spend some time making some source gems. And I'm going to make another imbuement chamber just so that we can make this process go by a little bit faster. There we go, make 2 more imbuement chambers. Whap and whap. All right, so we've already got 7 source gems. I've got 3 more processing. So let's go ahead and make ourselves an item, an agronomic source link. And to make it, I already know we're going to need 1 piece of wheat, 2 golden ingots, and we're just going to put them in here, golden ingots, wheat, and source gems. There we go, look at that. And we got ourselves an agronomic source link. Let's take this. Got ourselves a little farm budding over here. And this thing has some crazy range, so I think I'm just going to put it right on top of this tree right here. And it's very nice. And so what it does is let's just collect some of these. Yeah, whenever crops grow, you saw that little purple flash, it gives us a little bit more mana. You see, look at all that. All the crops growing. This thing takes a little bit of mana for each crop that grows. Look at that. And it's completely renewable. And that's what I love the most about it, is how renewable it is. Now, in order for us to utilize that, we are going to need to make ourselves some source jars. So we need some glass and some archwood planks. And what these do is it allows any source link that you have to automatically output the source that it has into these jars. Automatically takes whatever source you have and puts into the jars. So let's get some slabs, get our glass, and there we go, a source jar. And let's take this, put it like right there, I guess, and automatically deposit whatever mana it has into the source jar. And if you take your imbuement chambers and put them next to the source jar, give it a little bit of items, the imbuement chambers will automatically pull from these source jars and speed up their progress. I didn't have a lot, so it didn't speed it up that much, but it automatically completed like half of it. So that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Now that we got that source link going, I want to get into a little bit of automation. What we're going to do is going to take the source berries that we got earlier, come on over here, and let's just plant them out of the way because they do hurt once they are fully grown. Let's just take them and put them over here, I guess. Yeah, over here seems nice. They don't hurt yet, but they will, actually. Oh, no. Dang. Okay. Well, now we have two to work with. All right, guys, now that we got our source link set up with some source berries, I want to get into a little bit of what I would call automation. So we're going to come over here. I saw some starbuncles in this forest earlier, and if you don't know what ooh, there's one. If you don't know what a starbuncle is, it's these little magic creatures that look like squirrels. If you give it a golden nugget, it'll come over, pick it up, and it'll turn into a starbuncle shard. Hey, buddy. Starbuncle shard. Now, I saw a couple of them over here, so let's go find it. Ooh, it drigged me. I'll come in handy later, but I'm interested in starbuncles. Like you. Look at that little pink guy. Now, what we need to do is turn these into starbuncle charms. And what these guys will do is they will automatically pick up source berries for us and put them into chests, which isn't like very cool, but combined with the agronomic source link is some really good early game source generation. Now let's just look up how to turn these into charms. So it looks like we need to make an enchanting apparatus and surround the shard with gold ingots. How do you make an enchanting apparatus? Ooh, we need some diamonds, some more gold nuggets, gold, and source stone, which we have all of that, thankfully. And surround it with some gold nuggets, and you get an enchanting apparatus. Now, the enchanting apparatus is pretty easy to make, but it comes in two parts. Now we need an arcane core, which is a bit harder to make. We just need a little bit more source stone, some gold, and another source gem, which we have all of that except for the source stone. So let's make that real fast. Get ourselves an arcane core. So now we'll just set this up. Let's just put it next to our agronomic source link. Like right here seems good. And now to use that, we're going to need to make some more pedestals. Now let's take it from over here. Get ourselves some pedestals. And these have to be within 3 blocks. I'm just going to put them close because I like it. We get this gold, put it on the pedestals, and then put the Starbuncle shard into the arcane apparatus. And you get some really cool visuals. Let's see if we can see it. Look at that's so cool. We got 2 of them. We only really need 1 though. And we'll just place them down. Very nice. Little Starbuncle. And you can dye them different colors too, like all of the colors. Which I might do that. I don't usually do that, but I might, just because it's fun. I need to make 1 more item. It's called a Dominion Wand, which again is in the enchanting apparatus. We need some gold, 2 source gems, and a stick. I don't have a stick on me, but thankfully I've got 1 right here. All right, so we'll just put the gold down, put down the source gems like so. It doesn't matter how you put them down, as long as you put them in there, and you put the stick right in the center there. Oh, that's so cool, dude. And a Dominion Wand. All right, we'll just place this chest, let's say, right here. And we'll just tell this guy, right-click on him, shift-click on the storage chest, and it'll automatically pick up source berries and put them into the chest. And now we have some early game source gem automation. But that's not all that we can do with these guys. So let's get 2 more Starbuncles. So I already have 1, so we just need to make 1 more. Come over here. Let's get ourselves chests. I'm going to sell some item frames. We need 4 item frames. So what we're going to do, we're going to place down our Starbuncles like so. We'll get a chest like this. We'll put our source gems in here and, well, actually, let's just get 1 chest. Let's put an item frame on it, put a source gem in there. And on these, let's put item frames on them and put lapis in there. So now let's tell this Starbuncle to take out of this chest. So shift click on it, right click on him, and then right click on him and shift click onto the imbuement chamber. Onto both of them. There we go. Storing items at 2 locations, taking from 1. And we'll tell this guy to take from these imbuement chambers and put into this chest. And that'll get some early game automation going. So what these item frames do is it tells the Starbuncle what he will put into these imbuement chambers and into this chest. So if you put the source gem on the chest, he'll only put source gems into that chest. And if you put the lapis on the imbuement chambers, they'll only put the lapis into the imbuement chambers. And that's really good because if you didn't have this here, well, I don't have any more lapis to show you, but they would continuously just put it in and take it out and put it in and take it out. And it gets very annoying. So that's just some good filtering options. But now we have some automatic source gem creation and some automatic source creation, which is really good early game. So let's go get ourselves some more lapis so we can get our source gems producing. Let's go down into the depths of our cave. And guys, if you're wondering why I can see so well, it's because I have these night vision goggles that I found them in a chest while I was looting. Lapis. Come here, lapis. Whoa, what is that? Stellar Arcanum. Ooh, what is that? I gotta get me some of that. Whoa! That scared the mess out of me. I actually jumped out of my chair. Alright guys, we got ourselves a ton of lapis. So let's put that into the chest and get our source gems automatically producing. Also, I don't think it's supposed to happen like that. I don't think it's supposed to hang out on the side like that. I think it's a glitch. So maybe I'll let the mod developers know. Alright guys, now that we've automated our source production and our source gem production, I want to make ourselves some nice armor. Some magical armor, specifically, like this Battlemage's stuff. Which is not very hard. We just need to surround some diamond armor set in some mage bloom fiber. And to get mage bloom fiber, we just need to make some mage bloom. And to get some mage bloom, we need mage bloom seeds, which are right here. And it's not very hard to make at all. Now that we have our enchanting apparatus, we just need some source gems and some seeds of any kind. Which, now that we have our source gem automated, it's going to be pretty nice. Let's get 12 of those. Come on over to our seed chest over here. Get some seeds. 1, 2, 3. Come on over to our enchanting apparatus. Surround this with gems and get ourselves a mage bloom seed. So we're going to take this planted right there, and it's going to start growing some mage bloom. Let's do this 2 more times. Get some more seeds planted down. And now we just got to wait for them to grow. Let's get ourselves some bone meal. Come over here and just bone meal the plants away. There we go. Mature. And 1 mage bloom makes 4 mage bloom fiber. So we just need 4 of these. Or 3 now. One thing about these Starbuncles too is that they will pick up any items on the ground. So let's say I throw that over there. Starbuncle will pick it up and put it into the chest, which is kind of an thing. I don't really like that, but can't really do anything about that. Anyways, we got ourselves 16 mage bloom fibers. Let's go get ourselves a set of diamond armor, which I already have boots and leggings. So I just got to make a helmet and a chest piece. So we get the mage bloom fiber onto the pedestals and we'll put in our diamond armor. And get ourselves a Battlemage's gambeson. Let's do this for the rest. There you go, a full set of armor. And one thing to note that enchanting your armor will also carry over the enchantments, which is super cool. And since we have Apotheosis installed, it'll also carry over the Apotheosis affixes. I think is what they're called. And now I am a mage. Official battle mage. Woo! I'm the king of the world! Oh no!